Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Brian, NY Blade EDC, and today I'm reviewing the Microtech SOCOM Elite. Let's get into it. This big guy's got a 4-inch blade, tanto edge, as you can see. Very mean looking. That'll scare somebody, I'll tell you what. You got a 5-inch handle, overall length. 4 plus 5 equals what now, kids? 9? That's right. 9 inches overall. So it's a big guy. So let's get some contenders here. We got a Hinderer XM18, 3.5 inch. We have a Spyderco PM2. We have a Benchmade 940. And one more. Actually, we'll do two more. We got the Booz Blade Smoke. And now finally, the last one, the Spyderco Endura, which is almost, just by eyeing it, is almost exact same size. So it's a big knife, large knife. So when you get into the aesthetics here, we got a tanto edge, two-tone blade DLC, and the partial satin. You got the gold anodized aluminum with the rubber stippling inlays. That gold is called champagne gold, I believe. It's a very classy looking gold. I love it. It's not shiny, not bright, not in your face. It's just gold. So I think they did a great job on that color. So let's get into, you got the materials. You got M390 blade. Let's see if you can see that. Yep. With the aluminum 772, I believe, which is very high quality aluminum. It's nothing garbage to be worried about dinging it up and getting it all dented and everything. It's going to be pretty tough for you, so you don't have to worry about that. And we got onto the fit and finish. Excuse me, no, let's go on to the action first. This thing is money. I really like this. The manual version feels like an assisted, and it's very satisfying knowing you're opening a manual knife and it actuates like an assisted knife. So you can very lightly do it. I mean, obviously it doesn't fling out as hard, but you can very lightly push that thumb stud and it just kind of flings right out for you. So when you open it and then you close it, you disengage it, it wants to drop down quick on you, and it's hydraulic like. So get your finger out of the way and boom, drop shut for it. It's a big blade, wants to drop shut obviously naturally, but that's the knife. So I was playing with this for about 45 minutes before someone said, hey, knock it off, because they pointed out that this thing is loud, and I gotta give it to them. The more I think of it, this knife is fairly loud. So it wants to be loud in your face. You open it in public, people are gonna know you're opening a big ass knife. So watch yourself. Don't scare people. This thing is gonna scare people if you open it in public. So just be mindful of people. Some people don't like to be mindful, but don't make us guys who want to be mindful look bad, because we both like knives. So enough of that rant. Let's get into my rating scale. So previously I implemented a rating scale out of 100 points, 5 categories, not 4 like I've said previously. That was a mix up, Jesus, on my part. So we got size, practicality is 1, we got ergos is 2, fit and finish is 3, action is 4, and price point is 5. See, 5, not 4, 5. So in size and practicality, I gave this a rating of 13, strictly because I think it's excessively large knife. Half inch shorter here, and maybe a half inch shorter on the blade, maybe a 1/4 inch shorter on each would be better. So that's a nitpicky thing, but for what I need, I don't honestly think I'll need a whole 4-inch blade. So it got a size rating of 13 out of 20, and honestly that's pretty good. So this is honestly my opinion. Don't get mad at me if I rate this knife less than you think it deserves. This is all opinion. So, ergos. This one got a 12 out of 20. I think my one thing with it is it feels awkward down here by my pinky and ring finger. This ramp is a little steep. I think if they made it a little longer and fatter down farther, that would have made this knife feel so much better in hand for me. Personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with the ergos. That ramp is nice for the thumb. The fingers lay there, but I feel like it forces me to hold the knife in this position instead of being able to really just hold it like that. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, ergos, 12 out of 20. Fit and finish. The milling on this is fantastic. No burrs anywhere. The blade was centered. Let me try to see if it's on the screen for you. Yeah, it is. There you go. And there's overall, I've looked this over with a fine-tooth comb, and I haven't really found anything but one thing. Excuse me. When you push this blade down, listen very closely. You hear that? That is the blade. I don't think the blade's edge is actually tapping anything, but it's making that rattle noise. And I've noticed, excuse me, when you shake it even, it makes that noise. So this fit and finish rating, I gave it a 13. It would have been a 15 without that. Excuse me. Come on. Would have been a 15 out of 20 if it wasn't for this. So it got a total of 13 for that. Action. This thing's a pleasure to open and close. It's just so fun. You can play with it for about 45 minutes, like I said before you noticed it was 45 minutes of playing with it. And I think you kind of get carried away with it because it's an awesome action. So action got a 16 out of 20. I enjoy this thing very much. I wouldn't say this is a fidget knife, but it is definitely very fidget friendly. This thumb ramp to add on to this ergos kind of, I guess that would fit in ergos. That thumb stud and this little cutout here is perfect because you can kind of just run your finger along that and it throws that blade right out. So that design was awesome. So price point, I'm gonna say this. I think this knife is over priced. I think only by like 25 bucks. This one ran me $300. Aluminum and M390 is obviously nothing wrong. Obviously, especially with M390, it's one of my favorite steels. There's nothing wrong with that. Aluminum's aluminum. But $300 is rough. I think I would like to see this at like $275 for the DLC version. And for the satin or the apocalyptic, whatever they call that, I would like to see that around like the $260 to $265 mark. That way it's a little easier for us to buy them. Microtech's still making money, I think, off of these things. I do not think these things take $300 to make. But price, I gave it 11. So when you add up 13, 12, 13, 16, and 11, you get a total of 65 out of 100, which is a good one thumb, maybe 1.5 thumbs up. I'm just kidding. I'll give it 2 thumbs up, and I recommend this knife a lot. So if you get the chance to be able to play with one of these, buy one, try one out, do it. Do yourself a favor. Get the experience at least. You might not like large knives, but get the experience of playing with one. I highly recommend it, and you might even like it. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today. That's my review on the Microtech SOCOM Elite. If you want to leave a comment, like, subscribe if you haven't done so, please do so. Message me on Instagram at nyblade_EDC. I'm very active on my Instagram. I like to talk to you guys. You want to talk knives, whatever. You want to send me some gear, whatever. I'll enjoy it. So thanks for watching and have a great day.